Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 63 review. Now, before I get started, I do want to say a few things, of course. First of all, look down in the description below, the description below for the link to this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter. That's number one. Number two is that apparently the next Hunter x Hunter movie is actually being it's being produced. It's in production. So I'll put a link in the description below for that as well. The familiars that revolve around the second movie being produced of the Hunter x Hunter series. Now, granted, the first one it already played in Japan, but in order for the movie to be translated and then being brought out online, that takes a while. That takes a good long while. Like at least 8 months. Like at least. So we're waiting a long time for that to come out. But when the movie comes out, when the first movie of the Hunter x Hunter series comes out, I will do a movie review on that. Like no shit. That's number two. And once again, it'll be in the description below, the familiars that revolve around the second Hunter x Hunter movie. That's number two. And number three is that this review is going to be solely review, no summary. So this review, by my standards, should be fairly quick. Now, that being said, once again, Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 63 review. Now, this episode is basically training. It is training. It is training, and honing the next skills of Gon and Killua while their lives are on the line. That's what it is in a nutshell, like a majority of the time. And after that, we see them go to Macedora, come back, shovels dig, and then they sleep with rocks over their heads, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, like that's pretty much it in a nutshell. And then but aside from the training, the two things that we know about this episode that were apart from training is number one, Biscuit's goal, which was to gain this card called Blue Planet. And because we all know that once you complete the game, you have 3 free card slots that you could take with you to the quote-unquote real world. And she wants Blue Planet. And apparently it's like a gem that's only found in the actual game Green Island. It's a double S, like a double S, card. So that's like super ass rare. So that's number one. And number two is that when Gon talks to Biscuit about, like his father, and how he created the game. And then she asks him, well, who's your father? And then Gon says, Gin Freaks. She responds, oh, well, I know Gin. He's really famous. And then apparently, according to Netero, Gin is one of the top 5 Nen users in the entire world. Top 5. So, what does that mean? That means that Gin Freaks could probably take out the entire Phantom Troop by himself, because he's that goddamn good. All right, Gin Freaks. All right, he's a freak. Hence, Gin Freaks. That's just the way it is. But aside from that, again, the episode is basically training. It's training. They meet to see what happens is that no summary. All right, I said no fucking summary. All right, but basically the way it was. The pacing of the Binault scene, like when we see Gon training, when we see Gon and Killua training with Binault, and their lives are on the line. And then up until that point in time, and then after where Binault leaves, and then he goes to, and then we see Gon, Killua, and Biscuit go to Macedora. Then they come back with shovels, and then they need to go back and then start digging their way through all these rocks. All that felt really fast paced. I mean, super, it was like snap 2, go, super speed. It was like shit. It was fast. I know for a fact that they skipped one shit where, they skipped, combat scenes, I believe, with Biscuit and, Binault. Like before. When Binault cuts her hair, there was some fighting, beforehand, and then he cuts her hair. So, and, they missed that. I believe so. Either that was in the manga or the OVA. I forget. But my thing here, but basically, even if this followed the manga to the T, I mean, I doubt it did. But even if it did, the thing here is that Togashi is on hiatus. And the pacing of the anime is scary. Because the way it's looking now, we may in fact finish the Greed Island arc in total by episode 70 or 75. So that means that after that, we're going to jump right into the Chimera Ant arc. And look, man, like that's a lot of catch up. Like at some point, if in fact the anime gets really close to the manga, there's going to be like a fucking full-blown filler, like a full-blown like 2-year filler of Hunter x Hunter anime. I mean, if that's the way things continue, the pacing like this, shit. I mean, hey, that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. Like, again, even if the pacing is on par with the manga, the way I feel is that because of the circumstances with the manga and the mangaka, they should slow it down a little bit and add a few fight scenes. Like the way they did the whole entire thing with the actual Killua and Gon against Binote, they could have added a shit ton more fight scenes. They could have added way more fight scenes, man. They missed out on shit. They could add like hand-to-hand combat scenes, like, you know, a lot more dodging scenes. They could add a lot more. Like the 7 days that they spent training with Binote was like 10 fucking minutes. Like not even, like 5 minutes at the most. So again, they could have added a lot more shit. And the pacing felt really fast. And I mean, hey, like I would prefer slow pacing over fast pacing. I do. I mean, that's me. I prefer slower shit over faster shit. Faster shit, you tend to miss shit. You tend to miss a lot of shit when you go fast. Slow, not as much. In fact, not at all. But again, like I believe that at least they skipped some shit between Binote and Biscuit before he cuts her hair. And also, they may have skipped some shit when they went to Macedora and then came back, but I forget. Like, because I am not too sure, but I could have swore that there was like a scene of Phaeton and Sphinx in the manga during that time period. But I'm not too sure. Like, I forget this shit because I haven't read the Greed Out arc in a very long time. In a very long time. So, I mean, hey, if I forgot shit, you guys are there for a fucking reason, alright? Aside from watching my shit, let me know down below if I forget shit, alright? And let me know down below if in fact the pacing of the actual anime of this episode followed the manga to the T. And if it did, okay, fine. But still, in my personal opinion, they should have added a lot more shit because the pacing right now is a little bit too fast, and because of the situation and circumstances that involve the mangaka and the manga, slower in this case would be a lot better. So yeah, I'm done. The rating overall is gonna be, I'll give it okay plus. So I'm done. King of Lightning. Be sure to, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. And I'm signing out. Well, one more time. Rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Yeah, there you go. And I'm signing out. Peace. Have a nice day.